And welcome into the state wrestling tournament. It is fast and furious as we are set up for Class 3A semifinals and consolation round matches. As right now, we are at weight class 126 in those consolation round quarterfinal matches. And Roger, a lot of action today. We've talking to some of the coaches down below after that round. It was a crazy day of high school wrestling here at the state tournament.
I'm telling you what, it's been like that every year. That's what makes it so much fun to come down here and watch. It's a great atmosphere. We've got a great seat here, perched up high above the floor in media row, but the emotions are just from one extreme to the other. You've got the kids that celebrate huge victories. You got the kids that are disappointed after a big loss, and you've got those ones in between that, they're just happy to be here. And we've got some Bobcats here that have put together a very, very good tournament. 6 state qualifiers for Coach Paul Cleary, and 3 of them are going to go home with medals. And this round is going to determine what medals they wrestle for. And I tell you what, it's just been a lot of fun. And we've got 3A action out in front. There's already been a couple of upsets, but that's what this tournament is all about. You got to get up for one match, sometimes 2 matches a day at a certain time, and you got to be prepared to wrestle.
Well, you certainly do, as we're going to have our first Bobcat up here in just a little bit. That's going to be Austin Hush. He will place in this tournament, not sure yet where, as he's going to be taking on Zach Johnston from Norwalk, who's a senior at 25-7 on the season. 26-7, as he is 2-1 on this tournament. But a winnable match here for Austin Hush, who has wrestled really well. We'll hear from Coach Cleary tomorrow. He's had a heck of a season.
Well, you're right. Leader, senior, 41-1 coming into this tournament. He lost a tough first-round match, and he's come back and won 2 close matches, 4-1 and 3-2. So he can wrestle. He can win the close match, and we've seen him do that. So he's got to put one more together here, and it certainly would be nice to see him on that third-place pedestal tomorrow night.
It certainly will. And then moving up to weight class 152, we're going to have Dylan Ganson, the senior for the Bobcats. He's going to be taking on Jacob Woodard from Bettendorf, who lost in the first round and has come all the way back to get into this consolation quarterfinals. He has won 2 matches in a row on the backside, and a tough opponent is Woodard, a very good wrestler for Bettendorf.
Well, Jamie, anytime you wrestle somebody from Bettendorf, number 1, you got to be ready for a 6-minute match. And number 2, you got to be fundamentally sound, and Dylan Ganson is both of those. He's proved that he can go 6 minutes, and he's very fundamentally sound. So this should be quite a match. Woodard is 42-8 coming into the tournament. Ganson 37-6, 39-7 right now with a 2-1 record. So interesting match coming up at 152.
And at weight class 170, the freshman phenom from Western Dubuque, Max Lyon. He's a freshman, 35-5. Coming into this match, he's going to be taking on Mason Kerr from Southeast Polk. He's a junior at 35-12. Mason Kerr from Southeast Polk has also lost in the first round and has come back and won 2 straight matches.
Well, what a match that was, Jamie, that overtime match with Derek Mann. Unbelievable match. It was tied up going to overtime, and then Max Lyon shot a great shot, threw man to his back, picked up the fall in 6:19. And I tell you what, I haven't seen a bigger smile on any wrestler other than Max Lyon after that huge win to get him into the medal round.
He certainly did, as we're going to have. That is not, as I believe, Austin Hush is the next available mat.
Mat number 7, Jamie.
Okay.
Mat number 7 over to our far left. We're watching an overtime match with number 1 ranked Elijah Jeffrey from Linn-Mar, coached by Doug Stryker, and Noah Hellickson, number 2 for Southeast Polk. It's 1-1 going to period 6. Period 5. Well, Western Dubuque puts their all-red singlets on. Easy to spot across the way. Mat number 7. Again, Zach Johnson from Norwalk. And hopefully we'll see Austin Hosh come right out. Long shot, single shot by Hosh, and Johnston fights it off. But I like the aggressiveness of Hosh to start out with that long shot.
Yeah, you do, and that's that's the one thing we've kind of talked about Austin Hush. He takes some long shots and some long double shots, but I tell you what, he's only got 2 losses on the season, and that's for a reason.
Well, that match with Azinger to get to this medal round, it was the constant shot by Hosh, and he finally found one that paid off, and he won that match 3-2. 5-1 loss, 4-1 win, 3-2 win. So Austin Hosh has found a way to win the close ones here. Elijah Jeffrey's going to kick free in overtime. 20 seconds left to go. 105 left to go for Hosh. Hosh in on a single, and we're going to get a hard whizzer by Johnson, and Johnson's going to hang on. We're going to get a stalemate with 102 left to go. 56 seconds left to go. Another long shot by Hosh. Front headlock now by Johnston as he's got Hosh's head buried to the mat. Hosh does a nice job controlling the right elbow of the senior from Western Dubuque. A go behind attempt by Johnston. Elijah Jeffrey will beat Hellickson by a score of 2-1 in overtime. 37 seconds left here. Hosh, long shot in deep. He's got Johnson backpedaling. He's going to block his back foot, cover his hips up. 2-point takedown for the senior from Western Dubuque. Outstanding job there. Got in on that double, and he kept his feet running. That's the difference. We talked about that, Zach. You're going to get in there and hold it, or you're going to keep your feet running. Hosh kept his feet running, and he got the takedown.
Talked about it all tournament long here. As long as you get on shots, it doesn't matter unless you finish them, and he did a nice job of running through that one and putting him on his backside there and getting 2.
And with 3 seconds left to go, Hosh is going to take that 2-0 lead into the second period. That's a sweet shot by the senior from Western Dubuque. It's going to be Johnston's choice, and he's going to defer over to Hosh. Hosh will choose down. And here we go to start this second period. Johnson will ride the right side of Hosh. Spiral right attempt by Johnson. Hosh comes to a stand-up. Standing switch attempt by Hosh. He leaves his left arm behind. Tight waist chop by Johnston. Hosh back to his feet. He's going to turn in on Johnson. He's going to pick up 1, maybe pick up 2. There's a 1-point escape. Nice job, nice movement, nice hand control. All right, 1:42 left to go, second period. Johnston in a square stance. Hosh leading with that left leg now. 1:34 left to go. Hosh measuring Johnston. Might have another long shot. Long shot there by Hosh. A little bit too far away there, Zach.
Yeah, he was at least a body length and a half probably right there out of that shot. I think it was just to show a little bit of offense, get him back on his heels. Now he's got to close the gap here.
1:17 left to go. Hosh weaving and bobbing. And trying to penetrate that defensive Johnston. 1:08 left to go. Johnson now trying a long shot on Hosh. Again, both fake shooting and trying to get the other one out of balance. Off the mat we go. 1:01 left in the second period. We've got 3 matches this round with Ganson and Lyon coming up yet. There's a double leg by Hosh. Neck wrench by Johnston. And Johnston pulls Hosh off the edge of the mat. No points. Hosh still clinging to that 3-0 lead. 55 seconds. In the second period. Outstanding job by the senior from Western Dubuque. Johnson from Norwalk, the Norwalk Warriors, also a senior at 26-7. So you just kind of hope that tough schedule that the Western Dubuque Bobcats wrestle during the course of the year. There's a front headlock and a windmill out of it. Johnson almost covers the hips of Hosh. Hosh takes a peek at the clock, 32 seconds left. Boy, he's got to work in close. I like to see Hosh tap and go on the head of Johnston. He might have an opportunity for another double leg takedown. 22 seconds left. Hosh does not want to tie up with Johnston at all. Johnson trying to measure Hosh. There's a double by Hosh. He's in deep. He's going to run Johnson. He's going to step in and set him down. He's going to turk the leg of Johnston. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. It's now 5-0 with 8 seconds left. Picture perfect right there, gentlemen. 8 seconds left, and Hosh picks up a huge 2-point takedown. He'll go to the third period with a 5-0 lead.
That's what you love to see right there. Somebody driving somebody clear across the mat. He did it pitch perfect right there.
Limbeck of Lindmar, Millers, Pleasant Valley up on mat number 4, semifinal at 152.
Well, it's going to be Johnston's choice, and he's going to choose down to start this third period. And we know Austin Hosh is very tough on top. There's an inside stand-up by Johnston. He's going to split the hands of Hosh, score 1. Here we go on our feet.
Up on mat number 2.
Neither wrestler has been warned for stalling. And we'll see what happens. Johnson stays in that square stance. Hosh stays in that staggered stance, leading with that left leg. Hosh moving from right to left around the circle of the ring. And now Johnson drops down to, where was that clinic at, Zach, where they're teaching these guys to wrestle on 1 or 2 knees?
I don't know. I missed it when I was growing up.
I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of that take place. You know, the wrestlers drop down to 1 knee, in some cases both knees. And right now, Johnson dropping down to both knees. There's a shot by Hosh in on a double, and he's going to run Johnston again, looking for a 2-point takedown. Not going to get it as Hosh runs out of real estate. But once again, he shot that shot in the middle of the mat. Then he ran halfway across the mat with Johnston up in the air, but ran out of room that time. 1:09 left to go. Hosh clinging to a 5-1 lead. Again, if he wins this match, I believe no less than 6th place, Jamie, if you win this match.
Yes.
No less than 6th.
I went to that clinic.
Did you go to that clinic? You probably directed it.
No, I didn't. I actually went because, you know, the closer I was to the mat, the less farther I had to fall when I got taken down. So.
Hey, there's some truth to that.
I was the first one to sign up.
And it certainly is hard to get underneath. Somebody that stays in that stance. There's a double underhook by Johnston. 35 seconds left to go. I like Hosh shooting, but you know you got to be careful not to get those arms out, Zach, and get pancaked to your back.
I love the aggression right now. You're exactly right with that he is kind of shooting with his arms out.
I'd say right now is the time to get in close and work some hand control and not give Johnson an opportunity to grab your head and throw you. A 5-point move. There's a deep shot by Hosh. Low single to the left side of Johnston. Hosh is going to try to spike that knee and circle to his right. Now he cuts across to a double, and we're going to get a stalemate. Quick stalemate there. Where was that stalemate earlier when we needed it a couple matches ago? 9 seconds now. Hosh is going to run. He's going to put on his track shoes. Good strategy there. Make Johnston chase him. No warning, no stalling warnings right there. There's a long single shot by Johnston. 3 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it. Hosh is going to win that match 5-1. Austin Hosh wins 3 in a row. So he will move on. He's got an opportunity for a bronze medal, or he can go 3rd, 4th, or 5th and 6th. And that is yet to be determined. He will have the loser of the semifinal at 132, and Jamie, you and Zach are working on that. You'll have that for us later. Well, 152-pounders are just starting to come up. And let's spy the crowd here and see. We should have Dylan Ganson up at weight class 152. That was a 5-1 win for Hosh. That was an outstanding match by the senior from Western Dubuque. And I'll tell you what, he's going to end his career for Coach Paul Cleary on a high note here. He's won 3 in a row, win 2 more, and you got 3rd place. So he's on fire right now. Again, not scoring too many points, but I'll tell you what, he's getting in on those shots and doing what he needs to do to win matches, and that's all it takes. You know, it doesn't matter if it's by 1 or by 15. You win, you stay alive.
Let's make a note here. His first round match that he lost to Chase Sini from Fort Madison actually came back and got beat on the backside, so he's not even a medalist here. Very nice job of Austin Hosh losing that first round match and winning 4 in a row, or 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's, boy, you'd just like to see that. That's very, very good. I think we have a featured match out in front of us. We have number 1, Travis Woolers from Pleasant Valley. We saw him wrestle a couple of Wednesdays ago, taking on Ross Limbeck from Linn-Mar Marion. So that's number 1 and number 2 in that semifinals. And you know, guys, every once in a while people will wonder, well, why can't they seed this tournament? Why aren't the 2 best kids in the finals? And, you know, there's no formula. There's no way that it can ever be done. It's just you're just at the mercy of the draw, and you just got to come in here and compete.
Who's going to be the guy that wants to seed this tournament? I mean, I know you like seeding meetings, but I don't even think you'd want to tackle that job.
I would be on everybody's hit list except one. I'd be on everybody's list but one coach, and that's the coach that got the #1 seed.
And me.
And you. Yeah, thank you very much.
We'd still be buddies.
I appreciate that. And I think my mom would still love me. Other than that, I'm not sure. All right, next matchup should be Dylan Ganson. He's taking on Jacob Woodard from Bettendorf. Bettendorf is in the team running here for this team title. So that match is going on now at 152, down on mat #1, just underway. Dylan Ganson taking on Jacob Woodard. Jacob Woodard, and Woodard now has Ganson down. He's got a 2-point takedown, and now Woodard with a butcher on Ganson. Woodard has Ganson on his back. This could be a fall. Ganson working back and forth, trying to get off his back, but Woodard's got that butcher in tight. Now let's go. The butcher scoops around the head of Ganson and scoops that right arm. And now he's going to step over the legs of Ganson and put the double spur in. Ganson trying to go to a high bridge, but I'm telling you what, Woodard has that locked up. There's 39 seconds left to go in this first period, and he's got Dylan Ganson in trouble. Now he cinches that half Nelson up and scoops the arm, and there's the fall in 129. So Dylan Ganson will lose by fall in 129. So, Jamie, I think that sends him to the 7th and 8th place match.
Yep.
So, but he will come up with a medal, and he will have one more match. If you win this round, you'll have 2 more matches. If you lose this round on the backside, you'll have one more match, and that will be for 7th. That will be for 7th and 8th, and we'll see that tomorrow. So our next match is weight class 170 in Max Lyon. We've got a little bit of time here, so let's take a short time out. And then we'll be back with Max Lyon taking on Mason Kerr from Southeast Polk. That will be a dandy. Stay with us, wrestling fans. We got one more wrestler in Class 3A, the Bobcat by the name of Max Lyon. Stay with us. You're listening to Hold by Hold Wrestling Action from the 2014 State Tournament on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH. And welcome back, wrestling fans, to the well. We got nighttime wrestling. 9-12 on Big Bend. I'll tell you what, we've got some exciting matches. 5-3, we missed the call on Max Lyon and Mason Kerr. Lyon having a very good first period on Kerr. Lyon is ahead 5-3. It's 2 takedowns and escape for Lyon, and an escape and a reversal for Kerr. Now an escape for Lyon as he is up 6-3. Again, wrestling a junior this time. Lyon has tackled 3 seniors and is 2-1 against the senior. Now he's trying to go 1-0 against the junior. Lyon, the only freshman in this 170-pound weight class. I'm telling you what, he is wrestling lights out since that tough luck loss to Walensky. Lyon has been on fire. 1:24 left to go, second period. Long single shot by Lyon. Front headlock now by Kerr from Southeast Polk. Kerr comes in at 36-12, so you got to like Lyon's chances in this match. Again, I think everybody looks at Max Lyon and says, oh, you got a freshman in the state tournament, but I'll tell you what, you better be ready when you wrestle this freshman. 1:03 left to go, 2-on-1 Russian tie by Lyon, and Kerr is going to back away. Nice head snap there by Lyon, and Kerr's going to back away one more time. 2-on-1 by Lyon one more time. Let's see if he can attack that defense of Mason Kerr. 6-3 lead by Lyon, 47 seconds left to go, second period. Again, you win this match, you're still in it. You got 2 more matches for 5th and 6th or 3rd and 4th. You lose it, you automatically get thrown to the 7th and 8th place match, and Max Lyon is much too good for that match. 31 seconds, there's a sweep single by Lyon. He's got the left leg or the right leg of Kerr up, and Lyon showing a little bit of strength. Let's see if he can back trip the junior, and he does. Picks up a 2-point takedown. That was very, very good right there. Execution, Zach.
Roger, I'll go back to it again. Max Lyon as a freshman, very, very impressive. This is another upperclassman that he has to wrestle at the 170-pound weight class. He's doing a very nice job against juniors and seniors as a freshman.
And against a very good program, Southeast Polk, second in the duels, and they were leading this 3A competition coming into this round. So we're going to go neutral. Max Lyon up by 5 So you got to be thinking right here. You got to be thinking to keep attacking low level. Don't do anything that's going to get you thrown to your back. 150 left to go in this period. There's a low single by Kerr. He's trying to scoop that left leg of Max Lyon. Lyon with a hard whizzer. I like what Lyon is doing right here. He's stuffing the head of Kerr, and he's got a hard whizzer on the left with his left hand, and he's stuffing the head, and we're off the edge of the mat. We've got to get a restart in the center. And you can't sit on your heels right now if you're Max Lyon. Again, that's hard to tell a freshman not to sit on your heels. You got to keep rolling. There's a sweep single by Lyon. He's in deep on the left side of Kerr. Let's see if he can cut across to a double. He's been very successful with that shot. Fakes to the right, goes back to the left. Let's see if he can limp arm out of it. Kerr's got a whizzer in on Lyon. Lyon trying to get that leg up. He's going to pop his head out. 2-point takedown, 10-3 now. The freshman is up by 7 with 1:12 left to go in the match. Here we go, Max Lyon. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. 1:05 left to go. And he's got a chicken wing on the right, tight waist with the left, and let's see if he can load Kerr up and slap him to his back and get the fall and end this thing for this session. Hard tight waist, hard crossface now. Kerr felt that crossface as he winced a little bit. Crossface from right to left by Lyon. 44 seconds left to go, and again, Zach, Max Lyon doing a tremendous job controlling the hips of Kerr.
Yeah, he is. He's taking advantage of his opponent putting his head on the mat, putting a lot of pressure on him, working ties, working to try to turn him on his back here.
Max Lyon now he's got a chicken wing on the right. Actually, he's got a bar on the right. Took an inside wrist on the right of Kerr. Now we're going to get stalling against Lyon. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Make him get up. Make Kerr get up off his base. 17 seconds left to go in this period, in this match. 10-3 lead for Max Lyon. What a tremendous freshman campaign that he has had for Coach Paul Cleary. And Jamie, last year when we went to that banquet, everybody was talking about Max Lyon, and all the talk they had has come true here this year.
Yeah, now we figured out this year why they were talking about Max Lyon, because he's impressive. What a tournament by this kid. He's going to come in here and he's going to wrestle for a chance to go for in the consolation semifinals here.
Well, he's going to get no less than 6th place right now as a freshman. He's going to start that
10-3.
He's going to start, what's that?
10-3?
10-3, yes indeed. He's going to start next year ranked very high in Class 3A. And I'm telling you what a solid match. He knocked Mason Kerr out of there 10-3, and I'm telling you what, we'll see him. He's got 2 more matches now, and we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait a little bit to see who his opponent will be. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We started this out with Austin Hosh with a fine 5-1 win over Zach Johnston from Norwalk. So Hosh will wrestle for 3rd and 4th or 5th and 6th. He's got 2 matches left. Dylan Ganson was beaten by a very good Jake Woodard from Bettendorf by fall. He was pinned in 129, so Ganson will wrestle for 7th and 8th tomorrow morning. And now we've got Max Lyon. He will wrestle for 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th. So Lyon with a first round win by fall, then a tough 3-1 loss, and then a win by fall, and then win by 10-3 decision. So again, you called it, Jamie, a nice tournament so far for the freshman.
That certainly was, and now he's got 2 more matches here, so really needs to pick it up here come tomorrow morning.
Well, that's gonna do it right now, and we got to wait for our 1A wrestlers to come in. So we're at weight class 182, so we're going to send it back to the station. It's going to be 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll have Brock Henderson, the outstanding freshman from North Lynn, take the mat in his semifinals. So stay with us, wrestling fans. You won't want to miss the action. We've got 1A style coming up in the nightcap. You're listening to Hold by Hold action from the Well on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.